and understanding, truth under Babylon's imperialism. What up? You can kind of call this a part two. Just finished actually recording something in regard to Armageddon. What it is not, what it is. What it is an actual awakening, and such and so on. So I'm actually going to touch on a particular movie, The Wizard of Oz. A lot of people don't understand the metaphor behind The Wizard of Oz, or just the uh, the whole idea and the thought process behind showing you something like that. Um, really a test. Really, you can kind of say was the first Matrix. And what it basically explains is it actually is the story of the journey of a man. You say, what do you mean, journey of a man? Da, 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 da. Yes, it's a mocking of the journey of a man within this system, within this fantasy world that they have created for you, for men to actually navigate through. I'll explain myself. So basically, we'll start with the main character, which is Dorothy. Okay. First, what we'll do is take the main character, Dorothy, and totally separate that from what I'm getting ready to paint for you. You have a man. He's out here in the world. He's experiencing life. You can kind of even say he's a young man. You can say he's, in his 20s. And he, obviously is experiencing the things that we experience on a daily basis, relationships, work, politics, taxes, friendships and such, and all these different things. And he's basically trying to build his existence. And that's the picture I want you to hold. Okay. So now you have Dorothy, the main character. Okay. Dorothy is represented by the man's feminine side. There's a balance there. There's a masculine, there's a feminine. Now, within that masculine and feminine balance, obviously sometimes, you do have the feminine traits in a man that helps him create concepts that are level, not too far masculine, not too far feminine, but basically just level, even, clear-headed concepts that make sense for both energies. So that's what basically a man would be. So his feminine side basically is the side that they decide they want to obviously highlight because they're showing you a movie. So it's his feminine side, and his feminine side is lost. And she basically found herself, obviously knocked over the head, you know, taken by a tornado, and now suddenly waking up somewhere, obviously, where she has no clue where she's at, and she is lost. So, so there is energy there also that they represent with these witches. You have the good witch and you have the bad witch. It's this direction, that direction, east and west. So that's how you relate energies into the message. And also balance. So now, obviously, she's greeted by this witch and these minions and such, and this is her path that she must take. Now, Yellow Brick Road, that kind of speaks for itself. You want to stay on the clean path. Obviously, it's an unknown path. It's directed. It has many signs, and it lets you know which way to go. If you don't want to, obviously fall off the path because you don't want to end up dead or in jail or whatever the case may be. But anyway, that's the road you need to pass. They put you on your way. So on the way, she runs into these characters. Now keep in mind, the whole time, because the feminine side always has that feeling of being lost, and not knowing exactly how to deal with that. On the masculine side, you can be lost, but at the same time, very curious of your surroundings and kind of working with it and not really admitting that you're lost. You just kind of want to see what's going on, and maybe eventually through your own instinct you find your way back. You don't really kind of want to admit that you're lost. You want to just be a man. So anyway, so because Dorothy has this issue, obviously being lost, she has her security blanket, which is Toto. That is her security. It's a sense of security there for the female side that is insecure about the journey. Always has Toto with her. So now, as she meanders on through, through the path, she runs into the Tin Man, the Lion, and the Scarecrow. I believe it might be Tin Man first. But anyway, Tin Man, he's, stiff and rusty, and old ass, just bitter old man, all stiff. She got to loosen him up, get him good, get him right, get him his groove back, you know what I mean? And he's out there the whole time looking for a heart, you know what I mean? He needs something to love, he needs something to feel, you know what I mean, on his journey. That's why he's stuck there. He's like, man, I'm stuck in this place because I just can't love. She helps him, realize there's a possibility that he can love. So he's like, all right, bitch, I roll with you. Say rolling together. I got speeded up because it's starting to get a little dark. So, as they go along, they run into, obviously, this lion. This nigga, you know what I mean? He's supposed to be, tough and mighty and all that shit, you know what I mean? Realizing, yo, you know what I mean? He a whole bitch. But not realizing, he has power. So the heart and the feminine side kind of get together and say, listen, man, it's an opportunity out here, you know what I mean, for you to show that, you ain't no bitch. He's like, all right, we gonna see, you know what I mean, because I ain't trying to be no bitch. I'm supposed to be the lion, so let's go. Show me how not to be a bitch. So they all walking, da-da-da-da-da, they all, experience their little experiences, and they run into this crazy motherfucker just stuck in the middle of nowhere, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You straw, you scarecrow, just stuck there, like, nah, stuck. You know what I mean? Because they know they're going somewhere, but they ain't quite sure how to get there and make correct decisions on the way, because a lot of shit happened on the way. So they pull this motherfucker off the hook and be like, look, nigga, we can give you some sense. You know what I mean? If you feel like you want to try to, prove that you got some sense, come on with us. This bitch trying to find her home. This nigga over here, he want to get a heart. And this motherfucker, you know what I mean? He trying to chill. So what's up? We out. You know what I mean? So they go. You know what I mean? And that's actually what is going on in a man's head. And as he is journeying through this fucking labyrinth of just nonsense. You know what I mean? He just has all these different aspects of him trying to deal with, this total control mechanism slowly devouring him on his journey throughout life. That's basically what that is. You know what I mean? And you won't see that as a little kid, you know what I mean? But they get to sit back and laugh, ha 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 ha. And really, that was really kind of the first Matrix, you know what I mean? That was basically trying to speak to you, you know what I mean? Trying to let you know, like, hey, And the whole time, obviously, towards the end, they find this whole little asshole in the curtain pulling strings and pushing levers and shit like that. And that's basically it, that's basically mocking men, showing you that, yeah, you're just an asshole out here, and we get to control you with our foot up your ass and guide you in different directions. You'll never be a man ever again. I don't know when manhood actually died or when the attack on it started, but basically this is what it is. They have to devour your manhood in order for any of this shit to take hold. So, not the Wizard of Oz, it's the Wizard of Us. And we basically need to find out where he at and kick his ass.